Hello legal hustlers. In this video we will delve into Government of India Act 1919 by discovering the key provisions and reforms introduced by the Act, the principle of dyarchy, and the impact it had on India's political landscape. Key provisions: introduction of the dual system of government in British India. The Act divided the powers between the central and provincial governments, allowed for limited provincial autonomy and representation of Indians in legislative bodies. Provincial autonomy: provincial governments were given control over certain areas such as education, health, and local government. This marked a significant shift from previous centralized rule, allowed Indian politicians to have a greater say in governing their provinces. Legislative councils: the Act expanded the size and powers of the legislative councils, introduced the concept of dyarchy, with reserved and transferred subjects. Indians were allowed to be elected to these councils, but with limited power. Representation: the Act introduced separate electorates for different religious communities. It aimed to address the concerns of minority groups. However, it also unintentionally fostered communal divisions in Indian politics. Consequences: the Act represented a step towards self-government for India. It created a foundation for further political reforms in the future. However, it fell short of the Indian nationalist aspirations for complete independence. Criticisms: Indian nationalists criticized the Act for not granting full dominion status or self-rule. The limited power of Indian representatives in the legislative bodies was seen as inadequate. The Act was viewed by some as a means to maintain British control rather than empowering Indians. Long-term impact: the Government of India Act 1919 laid the groundwork for the Government of India Act 1935. This Act granted further provincial autonomy and more power to Indians. It also served as a stepping stone towards the eventual independence of India. Conclusion: the Government of India Act 1919 had significant consequences for the Indian political landscape. It introduced limited self-governance and representation for Indians. Although not meeting all nationalist aspirations, it set the stage for future reforms and ultimately the independence of India.
Thank you for watching. We're thrilled to have you here and hope that you find our content informative, engaging, and entertaining. Be sure to like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to join us for further updates.